Indeed, it's Chicks with Chainsaws coming up. Stay tuned for that. Peter's just like, what? I don't. We've done that a million times. You know, I am. Aren't I a geek about that? You love it, and you do a great job with it, and you've shown so many ladies out there how really easy it is, how that pole saw is not something to be fighting with, that it's really can be comfortable to use a pole saw. Yeah, and you'll see that a little bit later with Peter and I. But before we do that, you know, John mentioned this. Peter, we both talked about this, and this is really about 8 years ago now, kind of what probably started. Yeah, it's been a long time. But this is really what started it all. What has happened, I think, up until a couple years ago when we launched these, and Peter and I did the first launch, was you had the worst choices in outdoor solar lighting. They were plastic. They didn't hold any light. They would fall apart. They'd break. They'd bend over. They just looked awful. And a lot of us got turned off by it. Well, our lighting, our solar systems here, including that today's special, have changed everything when it comes to outdoor lighting in your home. And we have an awesome set of 8 in our favorite colors. They're back. We've got the black, and we have the bronze, and we have the stainless steel, which will look great with the white pole, light pole. Unfortunately, last call on the stainless. These are a customer pick, and finally, they're back. We have not featured this collection since last year. Yeah, it's been a long time. And this is the one that, as you said, that started all. It's that color changing that everyone loves. This one everybody wants, is the color changing. This one has 3 different lighting options, and it has 3 different display options. I mean, there's so many things that you can do with these lights, and that's why they become so popular. So just real, and then, of course, I'm gonna start with the quality. These are, and we've been saying it for years, the best quality solar lights that we've ever had. All the components are of high quality, you know, even when we go down to the metal ground stake, which you just don't see anywhere. But I want to talk about those lighting options because they're amazing. These are just terrific lights. So there you can see, when I cover that up, that slow morphing, that dissolve of all those colors. That color changing is what became so popular with everyone. But you don't have to stick with the color changing, because with the flip of the switch, sorry, it's just around this way, I can go to that beautiful white. You have that beautiful white. But these also have the color flickering. So if you wanted the color changing, but you want to really take it up. Now watch it starts going a little faster, and now you really are going through all those different colors. So you have so many options, 3 different options with this light. It comes with all the options. You don't have to decide one. We've got the best quality solar panel. You can see it protected under that plexiglass right there. You've got your high capacity battery in there, which means you're getting longer runtime, 8 to 10 hours of runtime every single night. You've got super bright LED bulbs. So you can see you've got 3 LED bulbs right there. Each one of those for each one of the lighting options. This great diffuser that goes over that to really intensify that light. I mean, all of these things have made these so popular. And then we move on to all the other components. And of course, that glass lens. This is what I think may have changed it all for everyone. No more plastic, no more clouding over, no more just, you know, lights that looked like solar lights from 100 yards away. Oh, those are cheap solar lights. Now, the only difference between these lights in terms of what they're made of glass, they're made of stainless steel, they're made of aluminum. They're exactly the same as those electrically powered lights. Here's the only difference. Right there. Okay. These are powered by the sun. And a super bright light, too, that casts the most amazing display of almost a sunburst. It is so cool when you see these at home and they're along your walkway. You're not getting a good look at them there. I'm sorry about that, because the way they cast the light is really gorgeous. And something else that I think is really key is the post itself, the thing you jam into the ground. That typically is made in plastic by everybody else, and it's always the first thing that bends or fall apart or whatever, is made of metal as well. So that means you put these in, they're there to stay. They stay up straight and strong and look beautiful. Now, I don't know if you guys can see. You know what I'm going to do? Do me a favor, Peter. Yeah, I've got one right here. Can you pop one down there? Yeah, we're going to put one of these on the floor. So you can see that. And I want you to see it on the ground. And again, it's much more brilliant in person, but we're going to try to show you this because I think the pattern is so spectacular. And you'll see it. It has this huge spray. I would say, what, Peter, about 3 feet from side to side of color. Now, it's much longer than you're seeing. I'm going to have to admit that the cameras are not able to see this properly. Let me see if I do white. I mean, you and I are looking at it, and it looks amazing in front of us, but it's difficult. The white sees a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, that's that starburst design. That's because of that glass lens with all that detail work in there.
I mean, that's what's happening. But it'll happen the same way with the color changing. But what happens with the color changing is it varies in intensity. You've got the light yellow and then the very intense green, and you can see that next to the white right there. And then it goes to a red and a yellow. So the intensity changes. But your choice. If you want to go with the color changing, do it. If you want to go with the color flickering or the white, you can do it. And I just wanted to mention real quick that we have all the different display options. These lights come with a finial, and if you wanted to use that finial to hang them from fishing line or from a hook, you can do it. These also, the ground stay comes off, and you can put them right on a pool deck or the steps leading up to your front door. So these are such a versatile light. Everyone loves these lights. We've had them for so many years because the quality is unbeatable.
And quite frankly, and I think you'd agree with me too, these are the most versatile sets we offer.
Oh,
We've done some that are just like white and one color, but you get color change, you get the color flicker, you get just white if you want.
Sure.
You have 8 of them in the collection. I have 300 left, and then these are completely sold out again. And it's been almost a year now since we've had this specific one on the air. Remember, they can go on a table, you can hang them, and you can stick them in the ground. So it's 3 ways to display them. We have people who take these and put them on their fence post. And it's up a long driveway leading up to a farmhouse. How gorgeous would that be? And every time you drive up, you're like, man, those look great. And you never have to baby them or worry about them. You're not changing batteries, you're not running wires, but instantly it makes whatever that space you have really spectacular. And I know for all of us, that's what we want. We want to pull up to whatever we live in and go, man, that looks pretty. And you know what else is really neat about this? They look as good at night as they do in the day. A lot of solar lights look okay at night and look terrible in the day. These really look elegant and as expensive as a traditional wired light system would be. They're just gorgeous. Super, super limited though. You guys, please don't wait on this. And this is important. 3 flex and free shipping tonight. I think that's a big deal as well.
Yeah, it's a great set. And you're getting a full set of 8. I don't know if you even talked about that. A full set of 8. It's so impossible to find that anywhere else. You're gonna love it.
That covers a lot of space too.
No doubt.
Like you could really do a whole driveway with 8. And I know a lot of you love to get multiples when we do this deal. So